I accidentally texted a stranger about my terrible date. He was sitting across from me at the airport bar. Now we've been married for 4 years. After the third truly awful Tulloch date in a month, I was sitting alone at an airport bar waiting for my delayed flight home from a business trip in Chicago. I ordered a glass of wine and texted my best friend. Just escaped date with human red flag. He spent 45 minutes talking about his ex, asked if I'd consider converting religions before a second date, then suggested splitting the $14 check 3 ways because I ordered an appetizer. He only had one piece of Sun Rescue plane. At least I thought I was texting my best friend. 2 minutes later, my phone buzzed with a response from an unknown number. Not sure who you meant to send this to, but that might be the worst date I've ever heard of. For what it's worth, whoever didn't properly appreciate your time is an idiot. I felt my face burned with embarrassment as I realized I'd typed in the wrong number. I'd gotten a new phone that week and was still manually entering contacts. I quickly typed back, "Oh my god, I am so sorry. E9 number," the stranger replied. "No apology needed, hope your flight takes you somewhere with better dating options." Something about the easy humor in that response made me smile. I typed back, "Flying home to Boston. Dating pool not much better there, unfortunately." We exchanged a few more texts, and there was something about the conversation that felt refreshingly easy. He asked what I did for work, and I explained I was a graphic designer traveling for a client project. He said he was a high school history teacher chaperoning a student trip. After about 10 minutes of back and forth, my phone buzzed again. "Quick question, are you by any chance wearing a black blazer and sitting at the Terminal C bar at O'Hare?" I nearly dropped my phone as I looked up and scanned the crowded airport bar across from me, maybe 20 feet away. A man with kind eyes and a slightly nervous smile held up his phone and gave a small wave. Rather than feeling scared, I felt a strange jolt of excitement. He was around my age, and I'd actually noticed him earlier because he'd been reading one of my favorite novels. I texted back, "Either this is the meet cute of the century or the beginning of a true crime documentary." He responded, "I vote for the first option. I promise I am not a serial killer, just a guy who happened to notice a woman laughing at her phone across the bar. I can show you my teacher ID and the permission slips from 27 11th graders if that helps." I laughed out loud, and he took that as an invitation to approach. "I am Daniel," he said, extending his hand. "Mind if I join you until they call our flights?" My flight ended up being delayed 3 more hours. His was canceled entirely due to incoming storms. We talked until the bar closed, then moved to a 24-hour coffee shop. Around hour 5, I realized I hadn't once checked the time or felt the need to make an excuse to leave. When we finally parted ways the next morning, he asked if he could see me again properly when we were both back in Boston. Turned out we lived just 4 miles apart. Our first official date lasted 12 hours, a record that stood until our wedding day 2 years later when we spent 16 hours celebrating with everyone we loved. At our reception, my best friend, the one I'd meant to text originally, gave a toast. Some people find love through friends, work, or dating apps, but only these two could find it through a wrong number rant about a bad date. 4 years, 1 house, and a rescue dog later, I sometimes still can't believe that the worst date of my life indirectly led me to the best relationship I've ever had. So if you are sitting in an airport bar after a terrible date, go ahead and text your best friend about it. Or better yet, text a wrong number. You never know who might be sitting across from you.